Right, hello everyone, and hello OGjimbo. This is the Lying Bastardo, and I'm actually one of your subscribers. And I decided to post a video response to your latest video, Everyone Draw Holocaust Day. I know I'm going to get in trouble for this video, and I'm ready to take it. But I think someone has to say this. Well, first of all, let me tell you that even though I'm an atheist, I was opposed to the Draw the Mohammed Day just because it didn't bring anything positive into the table. It didn't really help anything. It was just an outright insult, which I'm okay to insult people, but you know, when you think about it, it just doesn't really help. Now, the consequences of this have been several. On the one hand, people in Pakistan lost their access to YouTube and Facebook and other networking sites, so basically disconnecting them from the outside world. So yes, great job, Draw the Mohammed Day, guys. And now it has sparked another stupid answer, which is Draw the Holocaust Day. I'll tell you why, and I'm gonna tell you why some people are not interested on having freedom of expression on things like the Holocaust, and it's because the Holocaust has been used in recent history to justify a number of things, such as the creation of the State of Israel, which based its foundation and all the reasoning that led to its creation through the Holocaust. So basically, the Holocaust was used for the creation of a country within Palestine. But now I'll move on to the second part of the video, which basically tackles the Holocaust denial. And basically, and most of the times, of course, I'm sure there is someone out there that completely denies that there was a Holocaust, but most of the time what people play with is around numbers. So instead of 6 million Jews being slaughtered, some people say there was 1 million, or 2 millions, whatever. I cannot tell you how much, I don't know, 4 million. It's still a lot, it's still unacceptable, and it's still a Holocaust as far as I'm concerned. And I'm sorry to say, the Holocaust is a political tool on both sides, the Zionist side and the Nazi side, and both play with numbers and play with the truth. And actually, people should be allowed to investigate what really happened, and especially independent people that are not involved with one side or the other. Well, you say, where does that get you in terms of the Holocaust not happening? And again, as I said, this has been used to justify the creation of a state. So it's being used over and over. So that's why it matters, because it's used by the Zionists themselves. If they stayed out of the argument of the Holocaust, well, then you're right. I mean, no one should question it, but by the mere fact that it's used to justify the political ends, then it becomes relevant to the discussion. Let's put the creation of Israel aside. It's still rightful to investigate and to bring evidence to get closer to what actually did happen historically. And even if those so-called Holocaust deniers are wrong, well, someone will prove them wrong by the facts. But just open the debate, just don't close the debate. It's just wrong, it's against freedom of speech. And this is really truly a matter of freedom of speech, not actually drawing the bloody Mohammed. I mean, that is not really the culmination of freedom of speech, to draw Mohammed. I mean, seriously, that's not. But to actually investigate the truth behind historical facts and being able to put your evidence forward, that is freedom of expression. That is what humanity should be aiming for. So I mean, I don't really want to get involved with these Holocaust downplayers or Holocaust deniers. To be honest, I don't know enough about it, so I want to stay out of that debate. But my point is, this is a crucial item for freedom of speech. And as Noam Chomsky said, if you believe in freedom of speech, you also believe in freedom of speech or of your enemy. And I know you do, OGjimbo, but I didn't like the way you skim through your arguments and actually ridicule the whole thing as if it was a given. Well, it's not. Things are a lot more complex. And especially when you come to the end of your video asking, well, what do you achieve with it? Well, ask yourself about what I just talked about. The Holocaust has been used through history for political purposes, and that's why it is important, and it's still being used. It's still being used. And just to end up, let me participate on the Fuck You Day as well. So, fuck you. Ta-da!